Hello, fellow pirates. Welcome back to Dreadlock Gaming. Today, I bring to you a torpedo build. I know a lot of people aren't real fond of torpedoes, but once you get used to them and the aiming, how to lead a target and everything, this build can do some damage. Some real damage. Now, you could switch it up a little bit and make it for PvP. And it could possibly do some good in PvP. But this build is a pure damage build. It is not... doesn't have a lot of defense. But it's got some pretty good time to kill. I just fought Bertrand Huback. Killed him in like 2 minutes. 2.5 minutes. I'm going to show you... I'm going to go out and fight Armand Huback. And see how fast we can get him down with this build. Armand is the tougher of the two. Might do Lee as well. The level 11 Lee. But let's get into the build. It is a Brigantine. And the reason we're using a Brigantine is because I'm using the new torpedoes. So it's going to have flooding. And with the flooding, you get flooding bonuses with flooding weapons. So it's got Bullhorn, increases damage when ramming by 45%, gains additional speed while pursuing an enemy ship within 300 meters, increases flood weapon damage by 20%, and deals 20% more weapon damage to flooded targets. Now, and then you also have Headstrong, increases damage from ramming based on current speed, capped up to 80%. If the target is flooded, deals an extra 7,000 additional damage. So you also have the ability to ram them with this ship and do extra damage. That's why we're using the Brigantine. Now, if we go into our weapons, we are using the Heavenly Lance all the way around. And we are using the Leopold 3 because it is flooding as well. Oh, wrong button. Now, the Heavenly Lance doesn't have anything special to it. It's just electric and flooding. Increases damage to torpedoes by 150% whenever target is beyond 100 meters. 30 electric 3, 30% of damage is electric damage. Flooding 2, 20% is flooding damage. 1,300 base damage per shot. 355 for flooding, 533 for electric. So you're getting both electric and flooding. So you're getting that extra damage, 20%, because they're flooding weapons. And if they are fully flooded, you get another 20% on top of that. So you're getting boosted damage from the ship for these torpedoes. Same thing with Leopold. If they're flooded, you're going to hit for 40% more damage. Because the Leopold 3 has flooding 2. It also has blast, but it's an flooding and explosion. So everything that we're using is flooding. But we are boosting with the furniture. With the armor, we're boosting damage. If we kill a nearby ship, we'll get 20% more armor, or 25% more armor, 25% more damage with the blood and gold effect. Destroying a target confers blood and gold status on your ship, which increases weapon damage and armor by 25% for 30 seconds. So, Buccaneer's Oath only comes into play if there's smaller ships around that you can kill. You could use a different armor if you wanted to. You could swap it out depending on what you're fighting. With the individual, like Armand and Bertrand, you will have other ships around, so you can kill the smaller ships to get the blood and gold effect and hit even harder. You could throw on, if you wanted to, you could throw on the lightning armor. You could throw on the chain lightning armor. You could throw on Black Prince if you wanted to. armor choice is up to you. If you're fighting the twins, you could throw on Rhapsody Deep. If you're fighting Lepest, you could throw on Wailing Ward. Yeah, I mean, you could throw on Ouroboros so that you get the damage, the health increase whenever you brace a hit, and you restore severe damage if you want. It's all up to you what armor you put on there. That is completely up to you. But the furniture, we have Megaphone in the major slot. So whenever you have consecutive hits, it decreases reload time. So you can fire those torpedoes faster. The more consecutive hits you have, the faster you can fire them. And it resets after 10 seconds. Now we're going with Tuning Station. Secondary damage to torpedoes by 17%. So that's 17% more flooding and electric. Torpedo speed increases torpedo speed by 10%, which means they reach the target faster. You restores 5% of crew stamina per second while out of combat. And whenever you're on a Brigantine, we all know that the Brigantine eats stamina. So this helps a lot whenever you're not in combat. If you're just out sailing around, when you have this furniture on there, you can go quite a bit longer without having to eat food. That's a nice little perk that I wish I could see. I wish was on more stuff. Then we have the Huback tuning rack for 12% roll maximum range. Reduces the arming distance by 20%. So these will arm at 80 meters instead of 100. And then you have 8% more projectile speed. So we've got 10% there, 8% there. That's 18% more. And then we're going with Torpedo Grinder for another 15%. So that's 33% more total projectile speed, which means it is easier to hit targets because the torpedoes are moving a lot faster. You don't have to lead your target as much with torpedoes. Then we have the Amber Coating Station to build up that Stormstruck effect and to make the Stormstruck effect last longer. 8% on charge rate, 8% on duration. And then we have Torpedo Work, so we have 19% more secondary damage. So that's another 19% electric and flooding. And then we have another 17% more electric and flooding. So, I mean, you're looking at 36% more electric and flooding damage just from two furnitures. It's a lot more damage. Plus the 20% from the ship and the 20% if they are flooded. That's a lot. That's a pretty good increase in damage with torpedoes. This ship can do a lot of damage. We don't have anything really for defense a lot. So this, in my opinion, you can use it on some of the smaller bosses. I mean, like I said, I just fought Bertrand, Huback. No problem whatsoever. Easy peasy. We're going to go out and do Armand here in a second. See how easy he is. So let's go over real quick where you can get everything. The Heavenly Lances, they came from the Season Pass. And I think I've gotten a couple of the Heavenly Lances off of, I think, a Convoy, or I don't remember where I got the other ones. Because I think you only get 2, maybe 3. But I did get an extra one somewhere else. Leopold 3 you can craft at the blacksmith. The Buccaneer's Oath, the only way to get it right now is legacy chests, and that's it as far as I know. Now, it could roll around in the store rotation for the black market or from Blackwood. But currently right now, I think the only way you can get it is from a legacy chest. Furniture, the megaphone you can craft. The tuning station was black market. I think it may be in the black market right now. If not, it was the first 2 weeks. It will roll back around, or Blackwood could possibly have it. The Huback tuning rack comes from the Chorus Strongbox, the blue chest that you get whenever you do the Chorus of Havoc from fighting both the twins at the same time. The amber coating station, I think we got a couple of those out of the Smuggler's Pass, and they can drop from the chest that you get from the Hunt Master at Lenitra for killing the Elder Dragon. The torpedo grinder and the torpedo works can both be crafted at the Carpenter. Now, let's go out and see what kind of trouble we can get into. All right, we have Armand up there, so we're going to go do Burst of Vengeance. Let's eat our food. A little bit of extra brace. Sorry, wrong button. Some water for that extra speed whenever we go into ram. Oh, we did not get the ram off good, so we didn't break his armor. We completely missed. Get in there and ram him. All right, broke his armor. He floods faster than Bertrand. So we are going to take some flooding damage here. Like I said, this is a pure damage build. It does not have any defense other than the armor that we wear. So try and get a kill off every now and then on these little guys. If we get a kill off on them, we get increased armor, increased damage. He chunks those pretty good. Watch your health. All right, we got blood and gold. There we go. Nice and easy. We took more flooding damage in that fight. But easy fight. Super easy. Now, we can go fight Lee. Let's go take Lee out real quick. Oh, looks like we got a couple people out here, but they have done nothing to her. So, a little short there. I mean, we could put Crouching Tiger in the auxiliary position so that they get taunt and they do reduce damage to us. But I don't know. Love it when I'm in a torpedo build and people get in my way. Thanks. Appreciate it, guys. Going for the ram. Break that armor. Yeah, there were a lot of us here. But the torpedoes, they chunk health bars. Plus you get the storm truck status effect, the flooding status effect. If you ram, you get the armor drop, plus you automatically put flooding on them, which means you're automatically doing 40% more damage with the torpedoes. It's actually kind of crazy how much damage you can do with them. I've seen numbers 48,000, 54,000 on weak points. Once you've rammed and they are flooded. So it's crazy. You could probably hit for more than that. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. You could switch it up a little bit. If you wanted to try it with PvP, the only thing, if you wanted to keep it pure torpedo and PvP, I'd say just switch out the armor to Black Prince and the major furniture to rigging station and go with it from there. Pure lightning flooding torpedo build. It might be fun. I haven't tried it. I may try it out later. See if it's viable for PvP. Like I said, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And thanks again for watching Dreadlock Gaming. Keep an eye out. I'm going to start doing shop update videos just to bring a little bit more content a little bit more often. I will do money shop update every 2 weeks. Blackwood and black market rotating shop update will also be included in that video. Thanks again for watching. Hit that like and subscribe. Leave a comment. It helps the algorithm. Check out my Discord. Link will be below. Feel free to join. You're more than welcome. Y'all have a good day. And remember, never give up the ship.